last business overview in Atlanta.
Right.
Marietta.
Right.
So
that
I just come on. I'm sorry?
I think that was end of February.
Yeah. So that's when I came on. So it's like almost, I guess, 2 months now or something. But anyway, I had been licensed in this industry for years. So but I've never found anything that works for me. There was never the support. There was never the training like we have here, the availability of the training. It was always just the point and go, okay, so you do this and then you're just on your own. And for me, that was a bit overwhelming. Every time I would try it, it just didn't work. I felt like I was on an island alone, and this can be overwhelming. There's just a lot to learn, and if you don't have that support, it's very easy to allow the fear to push us out. So when I first talked to Barry, this was a little different situation. Something happened when I first talked to Barry. I mean, we clicked. I got that guy. I mean, really, that he inspired me. I mean, I believed in him and what he was telling me so much that I don't drive long distances anymore. So I drove 2 hours by myself to get to that meet because I really, I felt this. But even so, feeling as good as I did about the business, and it seemed to be the culture would be a little different from what I'm used to. Of course, you have to then experience it because I've been blindsided in the past. But we talked a little bit about this yesterday, Jordan. With what's offered here in Symmetry, we can't just do bits and pieces. So for instance, like I can do a lot of activity here, but if I'm not staying connected with my mentor, if I'm not plugging in, if I'm not practicing personal development that you guys have guided us to, it doesn't matter how much activity, because again, there's the negativity, the no's is a negative. So if we don't have something to counteract that may be what takes over our mindset, right? Which we just, like yesterday for me, due to, I remember talking to Laura, because Laura, bless her heart, I just, that's my girl.
I just love how you said that.
Well, it's the truth, because
like, oh God, she answered the phone so many times for me.
I know. She's so special. And see, I know me sometimes, what you guys don't know with all this, I will get so caught up in emotion that, I can't even talk right. I'm about to cry, right? Because I'm just fed up. And Laura has
you do it all the time. I love it. I know
she actually, between her and Barry, there was always, immediate guidance, right? If I wouldn't have called her, I would have stayed stuck, okay? I probably would have backed out because it would make me think this is the same old type of thing always. It's not going to work for me because that's where I would go, right? But she would always...
I'm smiling so much. I've heard you say these words.
But it's the truth, and I would tell her, there was times when I'd be almost in that quit mentality, and Laura or Barry would guide me to look at something, focus on something, read something, think something, take a break and rest, like you just said. Because Barry had me take a day one time. He said, "Huh, take a day." And if I needed that. I didn't realize it because I know we have to keep up with the activity, but guess what? That was the best thing ever. And then I come back the next day, refreshed. But if I wasn't connected, if I didn't do what you guys suggest, I very well may not be here. Now, let me share this, Jordan, because you're not aware of this, that as of yesterday, that was my first time ever that I actually had a blast dialing. Because, the phone's always heavy. It is when you're new. And so if we don't stay here and become involved, because like you say, we feel like family here. Seriously, I cannot wait to meet you guys because I'm a hugger. I'm going to be hugging folks. I'm going to be hugging. I cannot wait.
Passing it around.
Yes, indeed. I've met you two, but I didn't know you then. You know what I mean? I didn't. Now I know you. You guys are, so get ready for the hugs. But it's like family. I know now when I'm feeling any kind of way, and Laura, she'll tell you, I'm not feeling this.
I'm so glad that you said that, Angel. I'm so glad that you said that because Jordan was that for me. when I first started. And, we were in the trenches together. We were out there, calling each other. And if I didn't have that constant contact, then I still wouldn't be here either. So I'm glad that you brought that up. That's really important.
Yeah, and we hear it all the time on here. What's the saying that if you don't feel like you're bugging your mentor,
Right.
you're not calling them as much as you need to. That was the most refreshing thing that I heard when I was brand spanking new. It let me know that when I'm feeling some kind of way, or if I'm having some issues with learning, because there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. That's the reality of the business, And if we want to be professional and be helpful, like this IMO, that's what we do. We're not just out to make a paycheck.
Right.
We work hand in hand, right? This is just the best thing. This is the best thing ever. Go for no. I never heard of that until Barry. Go for no. I understood that no's get to the yes, but to really be going for the no? Are you kidding me?
Right.
I walked around the block with that, and I was so pumped after hearing that, listening to that. I listened to an audio. But yeah, it's just we have to do it all. We have to do it all, and you have to stay here long enough. Now, I had given myself 9 months because that's what you guys said. No matter what, I'm going to be here 9 months. However, I am so glad that here it is, a little over 2 months, and this is home. I say it, I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. Because I see, I've been here long enough to see that there's a great income to be made. We can have fun with these same people that at one time intimidated us trying to contact, right? We can actually have fun. There's people that I can't wait to talk to today. Seriously. So it's just, we have to practice everything that's taught and just give it some time. Stay consistent and stick around here long enough to see it work. That's what I'm doing.
Now, I love that. I appreciate you so much, Angel, for saying all that, because I want you guys to know I did not prompt her to say that. We did not. We had a conversation yesterday, but I didn't let her know that this was going to be the focal point of today. But I think one thing I also want to point out is now Laura has called you, but have you called Laura more times than she's called you? Oh, you're muted, honey.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Would you say you've called Laura more than she's called? You know why? So guys, that right there, that single moment right there that she just said and answered, because you will find that when you build a team, the people who are reaching out to you, who are looking for growth and trying to get better, are those who are going to be your road dogs. Those are going to be the people who will go to bat for you. They will be also the people, though, who find success here. You can't expect your mentor to call you and check on you. It's about you getting in contact with them, about asking constantly what's next. Also, if you see my computer moving around, it's because I'm trying to charge it. But no, Angel, I appreciate you so very much. So, because Angel used to be the most easily frightened person that I've ever met. Now, this woman is not easily frightened. Look at her. She's having a great time. The things that used to scare her are making her want to get up in the morning. That is inspiring to me. And I love that. Now, Angel, there are more things that are going to come up in your journey as you move forward here that are going to scare the living crap out of you. But just remember where you came from to where you are now, and that is exactly what you're going to keep on growing and get bigger than the problems that are coming at you. And I love that. So thank you so much. I hope that was helpful for you guys in relevance to the phones, because, and I know we didn't really do a phone training per se, but it's a mindset thing, guys. If you can treat the fears that you have as the way that you need to go and get real fired up and get real excited about it, be yourself, have fun, make connections, make some friends. Guys, this is our own little vacations right now, is connecting with these people and hearing about their lives. So that's the end of my training, guys. I hope that was helpful. And if you guys are ever doubtful or find yourself fearful, just remember Angel. Just remember the fact that Angel was scared too, man. She talks so fast when she gets scared. Holy crap. You just sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, because she's like, I'm so afraid everything's going to fall apart. And then, what am I going to do? And how am I going to pay for this? And then whatever, right? But then she'll she'll get it. She'll grasp it. She'll focus on the right things. And then you get to see this person. This is the person who didn't quit when she felt like that. So I love that. So that's the end of my training for you guys today. Does anybody have any questions for Angel while she's here, as far as, you know, your mindset and maybe questions on how to overcome those kind of fears? And it's fine if you don't, because that means that we did a great job. That's all that means to me. So, all right, guys, I appreciate y'all and your time. Let's get back to dialing and get some more appointments on the board. I have a couple more appointments later on today. I also
I have a question.
Yeah.
So Angel, was it difficult for you in the beginning to like did you struggle understanding, like, did you already have it? Okay, let me say it like this. Did you already understand insurance before you started this? Because I feel like that's my biggest struggle right now, is understanding, like, I can get on and I can read the script, but I don't necessarily know, like, when it comes to appointment time, what it is that I'm even really saying, or what it is that do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. But
absolutely, Amber. I know exactly what you're talking about.
She's like, I get you, girl. No, don't worry.
Yes. I was like Jordan said, I was terrified, you know. But again, when I spoke with Laura and she let me know, because when I first started, we were able to run appointments still, right? And my part was to get in the house, and it's the same thing here. It's just get them on the phone or the virtual meeting, and then we have to have enough faith to pick up, to know that if we have a question, because you're gonna have questions. Everything after I get the information from them was the one big question, right? So I didn't know anything after getting the information. Then where do I go? So that's when you pick up the phone. And what I'm learning here is people are quite okay because of the environment, and it's all new to most people anyway. You know, this whole thing that folks are staying home and living different lives. It's okay. That I've been using that to build rapport so easily now. You know, how are things going with you guys with this climate that we're in, or, you know, is your job affected? But the bottom line is, then when it gets to where we need to go, because of course, you know, to do, you know, enter the information in virtual mentor. Then after that, I mean, you 911. So then, you know, they're going to ask you, Jordan. I guess Jordan is your direct upline.
Yeah.
She'll tell you. You let her know you're going, and you text her what it is that you know, the information that's whatever questions you have, and you can call her or text, and she's there to help you. She will be, believe you me. And you just got to have faith in that, because I understand. I was so terrified to do that. But I just want to share this really quickly. I don't want to hold you guys, but I learned years ago that our fear can be such an illusion, and it can hamper our lives tremendously. I had an accident in the 80s, wasn't hurt, but it was a horrible experience. And I could not drive in rain or cold weather. So I knew it was crazy in my head. So guess what I did? Because I refused to allow that to run my life. And I know it's just a mindset. I started working for FedEx driving in the snow and ice up north, because I knew the fear was unrealistic, right? Just like this. I mean, what are the people going to do? Even if you got all the way through what you do know, right, which is through to your virtual mentor, and you just start spewing stuff that makes no sense, what could they possibly do other than hang up the phone? It wouldn't hurt you. You see what I mean? However, if you stand in that fear, you'll never get through it. You have to, even the telesales, Laura will tell you, I was terrified. What are we going to do? I'm scared to get to the actual appointment. I can make the appointment, but it's the actual appointment that scared me. And well, you hear me today. Now, how long has this been? Now, I can't wait to get on these. I think I have 3 or 4.
That's how I am right now. I get anxiety before the appointment.
Yeah.
Like, I dread the appointment.
Yeah.
Process. Yeah. Whereas like setting the appointment, it's very similar to what you just said. Like, setting the appointment isn't the issue. What are they going to say? No, I'm not interested anymore. Okay, no worries on that. I can keep going. But when I schedule that appointment, it's like I already feel like they're going to tell me no. Because I've had a lot of like, I'll think about it, or like, nah, like, I don't know if that's really something. We were just getting an idea.
Yeah.
We just wanted an idea of how much it would cost. So then I'm like, is it because of something I'm doing wrong? You know,
Okay,
is
so
my lack
Amber,
of confidence?
let me say this, because what I hear right now is you obviously need to be in our last month's book, or book of the month, self-talk, because all that right there was self-talk, and it will keep you right where you're at. That's not, I mean, and I understand, because I would do the same thing. However, I know that if I feel a certain way and negative, you know what, if it's going in a negative direction, I know automatically that it's time to change that. You know, now I had a little bit of experience prior to this industry in personal development and stuff, but again, with this all being new, I need reminders. That's why we stay connected. But try that book. And I'm so serious about some of these book of the month. They're just amazing. You would be amazed at just the first few chapters how much you will get out of that. And when you're sitting there making yourself get more and more anxious and more nervous with that negative self-talk, you'll find when you start, your mind will, nope, that's not where I want to go. That's not where I want to go. You know what I mean? And so you just dial and know that Laura does it, Jordan does it, Dustin does it, I do it. I can't see everybody else on here. Dominic does it. We all do the same thing. We all were terrified at one point, right? And well, here we all are. So just do it. Just do it. You know, and look at it too. One other thing, I keep saying one other thing, but one thing I learned years ago is when something is has me not in my most comfortable space, I always look at like the next day. I always tell myself, well, guess what? Tomorrow at whatever time it is, 12:56, this will be over.
Wow.
I mean, what's the big deal? So, you know what I mean? So anyway.
No, I like
Thank you, Angel.
I love that you said that, Angel, because even if it doesn't feel like self-talk, if that makes sense, like it's not like you're talking to yourself negatively. It's just, it's an internal voice that is projecting how you're seeing things. And that, I think that's such a good point. And, you know, and I know that book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, it sounds like, you know, how to treat yourself better, but it is more than that. And I love that you brought that up, Angel. And wow, man, I can't say anything better than that. Like, I would be taking away from what you just said if I added anything to that. So I love that. So